India has a long tradition in technological excellence. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, in his visionary approach to development, gave India a science and technology policy aimed at self-reliance while maintaining our traditional technology. Thus, one can see a unique combination of traditional technology with a modern technology. The basic needs of men are food, clothing, and shelter. The Green Revolution is backed by a modern food processing industry to give balanced and nutritious food to the common man. India's long tradition in the textile industry is today maintained by the traditional weavers along with a very modern textile industry. Right from the period of Indus Valley civilization, India had pioneered the field of town planning and housing. This is today sustained by a modern construction industry. Since independence, our continuous efforts to modernize the production infrastructure can be seen in all fields of human endeavor. For example, the ceramic industry, the glass glass manufacturing industry, the plastics industry, the electrical industry. The modernization of these industries has been made possible by the progress made by the engineering industry, which provides high precision machines and machine tools for improving the quality and productivity of these industries. Machines alone could not have made this possible. We must realize that however good and costly the machines may be, unless the men behind them have the skill to operate them and get the best out of them, they will be unproductive and remain uneconomic investment. Therefore, proper attention should be paid to technical education, which produces this manpower. The technical manpower is available at 3 different levels: the craftsman or skilled worker, the technicians or supervisors, and the engineers. The craftsman or skilled worker is the backbone of our industry. The training in the ITIs is highly skill-oriented. The trainees are exposed for a considerable duration to the real world of work as a part of their training. Nearly 1,200 ITIs in our country impart training in more than 60 trades. The technicians or supervisors form a link between craftsmen and engineers. Unlike craftsmen, technicians are thoroughly acquainted with a large number of related skill areas. In addition, they also possess sufficient theoretical knowledge to effectively communicate with engineers. The Polytechnic curriculum, therefore, lays great stress on laboratory and field work besides theoretical learning in the classrooms. There are about 410 polytechnics in our country, imparting training in more than 60 disciplines. The areas of responsibility of engineers include research and development, planning, analysis, design, implementation, and control. As against the skill-oriented training of craftsmen and technicians, the engineering curriculum emphasizes on acquisition of sound theoretical knowledge, and a keen sense of scientific inquiry. The curriculum also provides for familiarity with practical skills in a number of related areas. There are about 150 engineering colleges, including 5 Indian institutes of technology and 15 regional engineering institutions. Special mention should be made of technical and vocational education for women. In addition to engineering areas, many vocational areas provide excellent opportunities for women. Some of these are textile design, fashion design, beauty culture, interior decoration, secretarial practice, and commercial art. Electronics and computers are finding application in all sectors of our national economy. The 7th five-year plan envisages considerable expansion of technical education in these areas to meet the growing demand for manpower by the computer and television industry. Engineers and technicians are playing a pivotal role in national development. However, personnel passing out of various technical institutions lack familiarity with the real world of work, as the training is mostly institution-based. Therefore, a certain mismatch exists between the requirements of industry and the competencies of the trained manpower. This gap can be bridged by a close collaboration between technical institutions which produce the manpower and industries which use them. This will not only give a meaningful training program to the students, but will also lead to increased productivity in the industry. Many industrial organizations have given some thought to this, and there are instances of such collaboration bringing in fruitful results.
Technical institutes are the producer of services, and the industry is user of these services. Industry is very willing to give support to these institutes so that ultimately the product coming out of these institutions is of the right kind, right quality, and able to understand what the industry in the long run will want to have.
A closer collaboration between institutes and industry can be made possible through adoption of technical institutes by industry, development of sandwich and cooperative education program, involving industry in development of curricula, interaction between students and experts from industry, faculty development through industrial training, providing on-the-job training facilities for students in industry. The Honorable Union Minister for Education, Shri K.C. Pant, rightly observes,
the availability of well-trained technical manpower is imperative for the economic prosperity of our country. Since independence, therefore, considerable investment has been made in developing adequate infrastructure for technical and vocational education. The system today has the capacity to train about 6,000 students at the postgraduate level, 25,000 at the graduate level, 60,000 at the diploma level, and 250,000 at the craftsman level. While one can derive some satisfaction from the fact that this infrastructure is largely adequate in terms of numbers, except in the case of emerging technologies, we cannot afford to be complacent about the quality of the manpower trained. In the final analysis, this quality determines the productivity of the industrial system. Improvement in the quality of training would in turn be greatly facilitated by the participation of industries in the planning and implementation of training programs and by the willingness of the training institutions to involve industries as end users in the determination of course curricula and the orientation of technical education and training. I am happy to note that a beginning has been made in this direction. We are taking steps to ensure that during the 7th five-year plan, marked improvement will take place in the quality and standards of technical education through a special scheme for providing a continuing interface between technical institutions and industry. In their own long-term interest and also in the interest of the country, I take this opportunity of inviting industrial enterprises in the public as well as the private sectors to come forward and actively cooperate in the task of improvement in the quality of training in technical institutions. I am sure bridging the gap between industries and technical institutions will pay large dividends to all concerned.
Closer collaboration between industries and institutions will be better for both